What is up, everyone? JD here. Hope you're doing well today. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of a blade battle. Let's go ahead and bring out the contenders. First up, going to be the Hogue OTF Counter-Strike versus the Microtech Ultratech OTF. Let's get into it. What we're going to be doing is just kind of running through the knives a little bit here. We're going to talk about them and my perspective of these two knives and then pick a winner. So let's go ahead and start with the Ultratech. The Ultratech has a 5-inch aluminum handle with a satin finish on there. Really nice finish, actually finished very well. It has a side that is left or right hand friendly firing switch. The switch has a very aggressive tooth to it. Very, very aggressive, very sharp when firing it. It has a back or rear side flippable, reversible pocket clip with a glass breaker on it. And it has milling throughout the body here to help a little bit with the grip. So I found that my fingers kind of land on certain spots in order to help me grip the knife. Now, this one here has a clip point, but they are also available in a dagger. This one coming with M390. Let's go ahead. Oh, and it is a 3.35 inch clip point M390, overall length coming in at 8.35 ounces. Inches, not ounces, inches. And when I weighed it, it came in at 3.4 ounces. The Hogue has a aluminum body with a twill carbon fiber show side scale and titanium hardware. Glass breaker on the back. It does come with hardware to remove that and just put a standard bolt on the back for that reversible pocket clip. It has a side firing switch just like the Microtech. It does not have super aggressive jimping. It is very comfortable. It actually utilizes a sharp ramp, or not sharp like sharp to the touch, but it is more abrupt how it ramps up. So that works really, really well. This particular one does have a dagger style blade that is done in MagnaCut, but I have heard people say they are going to, I'm sorry, I'm looking for the MagnaCut, that they are going to do a model in a clip point, which I think would be super wise. I think from an EDC perspective, that would work really well. The MagnaCut blade is 3.5 inches on the Hogue Counter-Strike. And I don't think I have these lined up, but I think you can tell, or maybe it's 3 point, well, I lined them up from the glass breakers, but not from the opening mechanism. They actually might be both 3.35. I may have written it down wrong for the Hogue. I apologize if I did. Now, as far as the weight, I'm going to double check it again. The Ultratech came in at 3.4 ounces. So still 3.4 ounces, and I do not remember the Counter-Strikes. So coming in significantly lighter at 2.8 ounces. And I think the difference is that show side scale being that twilled carbon fiber and then the titanium hardware versus the aluminum and steel hardware. And you can definitely feel the difference in hand. How about firing? I would give this about a 5 out of 10. I would give this a 7. More satisfying. It is definitely going to pop more, whereas the Ultratech kind of is like a thud. Even though it sounds clicky, it's kind of like a thud, whereas this one has that pop to it. And I don't know if it'll come through on camera. So I don't know if it'll come through on camera, but definitely feels better. As far as pocket clip, I would give that to the Hogue. A little bit more discreet, goes in and out of the pocket really nicely, even though it doesn't look like it has a ramp. And I would say they're both tied, that they're reversible. And I would say the Ultratech gets the advantage for the lanyard hole side. The lanyard hole side on the Hogue is actually bigger, even though it has the smaller pocket clip. Aesthetically, I'm going to give that to the Counter-Strike. I think the finishes on it are better looking, but I also think that they did a good job doing some milling and making it a little bit more interesting looking on the Counter-Strike. Switch, I think I said that already, but if not, I'm giving the Switch to the Counter-Strike. The Ultratech is just way too aggressive, way too sharp, and also the way it floats. There's no play on the Counter-Strike, and on the Ultratech there's play and there's side-to-side play, no side-to-side play. How about the actual blade play? A little less side-to-side play with the Counter-Strike than the Ultratech. Up and down, side to side this way, or up and down, however you want to say it. I would give them about a tie. I would say they both feel about the same that way. So just a little bit of an edge to the Counter-Strike. Price point, they're both coming in at around $320 to $330, depending on what you want out of the knife. Probably a little bit better looking to look at them open. So I would say for USA made and materials and build quality, you're getting a little bit more with the Hogue because you're getting the carbon fiber show side scale with the titanium hardware. So giving that edge to the Counter-Strike. You know, as I'm going through this blade battle, I think you can tell that I am already favoring the Counter-Strike, so I don't know that I need to draw this out too much more. Your cutting for EDC task is going to go to the Ultratech. The dagger is definitely more self-defense oriented because it is an acute point and a thin blade. It does cut okay. I can get into a box or a package if I want to, but it does drag a little bit because it has a shorter flat grind before it gets to the thickest part of the blade. Overall, I would still pick up the Counter-Strike. I think it looks better. I like the firing mechanism better. I like the firing power better. I like the pocket clip better. I like that they include the extra hardware for the glass breaker so you can put just the flat bolt screw. And honestly, if Hogue continues to make this model and they want to bring out a clip point collector series, I hope that they can make it a thinner overall blade like they do on the Deca. I would pick that up in a heartbeat. I just like the knife and how it feels from Hogue overall more than I do on the Microtech Ultratech. Do I think the Ultratech's a bad knife? No. For me, I just don't like the switch. Way too aggressive, way too sharp. Again, I prefer the switch on the Hogue. It's more comfortable to use day to day. If you don't fire your knife a bunch and you're just doing it once or twice a day to get into some packages and you just want something you can pull out one-handed, you know, cut a rope on a ladder or something to that degree, you're not going to have any issues with this, and they are super reliable. I know that they have a great reputation, but you can do the same thing with the Counter-Strike, right? And you're never going to feel uncomfortable operating it. Cannot emphasize how much nicer the Hogue's firing mechanism and switch is over that Microtech for me. In the end, again, going with that Counter-Strike. Hopefully you enjoyed this shorter version of a blade battle. I think I let my bias come in a little bit during the video as I was going through it. I didn't feel as enthusiastic, so I apologize about that. But I did want to do this comparison for sure. Thanks for everyone out there that regularly watches and likes and comments on the videos. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you have a fantastic week. And until next time, peace.